Can we talk for a second? Can we just have a second? Over this last year, I got into the AI stuff. I said, this is interesting. It's fun. I like making weird pictures. I'm a weird guy. And over time, you see it. I've been telling everybody. I've been trying to not get on my soapbox. I've been trying not to pontificate to people the ongoing and expansive reach of this technology that's going to completely transform the world as it is now, but it's going to be exponentially, infecting every part of our world in good ways and bad. Maybe I shouldn't say infecting, but it's definitely going to be a part of everything. And now I see all of these, for lack of a better term, snake oil salesmen, these ads that are like, oh, AI marketing, make it easier, blah, 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 doop-a-doo. I could tell you from my experience of working with clients and what I see and what everybody does and what works. First of all, it's still consistency. Consistency is the number one thing. If you're not consistent, if you don't have a schedule, it's not going to work as well. Okay? And then being real and sincerity and giving actual... Do you know what actual value is? Giving actual value means telling people the things you don't think you should tell them. So I talk to plenty of people. I talk to real estate agents, and I get it. You have a fiduciary responsibility. You can't say certain things based on your license. But when I talk to people and I say, they tell me things, they say, oh, blah, 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 this is going on. I'm like, wow, you should really talk about that on your social. Oh, I can't talk about it. The stuff that you don't think you should talk about or can talk about, that's the stuff that's of value. And in the future, it's going to be so easy to create content that it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be good content. You can make so much content and it could be bad. And I think in the future, what's going to happen is people are going to gravitate more and more, because that's what's happening now, but they want people to be real and be honest. And they want to talk to humans, because it's going to be so much more difficult to cut through the noise. So if you could get ahead of that, if you could be consistent and actually inform people and bring value and be honest with people, I think that's the way to go going forward. Because all these ads I see, listen, there's no magic button, there's no magic pill, there's no app that's better than ChatGPT. There's all these ones that are like, oh, this is a ChatGPT killer, oh, this one's free, it's so much better. They're not. I've tried them all. I've really tried them all. I get all the newsletters, I look at all what everyone's saying, I see all the hype. There's crazy ones that you need to know Python to use to download this kit from GitHub and blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, for the average person that wants to market themselves, use social media marketing and content creation, the best thing you could do is make honest videos that show people value. And the people that take that information and do something with it, great. They're going to have a great opinion of you. And then the people that watch it and say, wow, this guy knows what he's talking about, that gives you authority on the subject. And that there's people out there that are going to say, hey, I don't really want to do this, but now that I know this guy can do this, I'm going to hire him to do this. It's pretty meta, me talking about this, obviously, but that's where we're at, people. Like, yeah, AI is great. It's super creative and super fun, but you've got to inject your personality and your knowledge and your know-how into it. It can't just be regurgitated facts that you just, hit a prompt. I need a blog post. You got to have original ideas and then use the AI to actually help you get it done. I have attention deficit issues. I get distracted. I've worked on that a lot. And the way that I use all this stuff is to just keep me on track, or say, hey, how could I do this better? Or I could put something in there and say, hey, this is my idea, and then kind of have a back and forth. It's sort of like collaborating in a way, but it has to be honest. It has to be informative. It has to have value. And you're going to see people marketing that. You're going to see people marketing stuff as value, but when you really get into it, it's not value. So if people aren't telling you stuff right off the bat of value, you know, that stuff isn't going to go as far as being real and honest with people. And just what do you sell? Put it out there. That's it. Boom.